And welcome back to the Woodland Airsoft channel. In today's video we'll be doing something a little bit different. I just kind of want to do like an arsenal showcase. I've had a lot of questions about what riffs I use and what I recommend and all that, so I just figured why don't we just do a whole walkthrough of my entire collection right here, right now. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first gun we'll be doing is the SSG 96. So this is my Novridge SSG 96. It's just a bolt action sniper. Probably a little bit more bright than most people want for a sniper, as I've pretty much made the orange tip even oranger. But I bought this skin. It's the Dragon Lore skin by Silo. So kind of put in the top camera here and do like a little full show through. But overall, it's a really nice spring sniper. It's just pull the bolt back, push it up, and you're good to go. No batteries, no nothing. I've just slapped the scope he has on his sight and a bubble level just to try to get those shots nice and straight. Other than that, it's pretty much stock. I have a camera mount here. It's like just a Picatinny camera mount so that I can do YouTube stuff. But let's go to the next gun. So, moving to AGs now. This is the Novridge SSR9. I've had a lot of fun with this. A few of our players at Ashford Airsoft were asking for a like kind of starter gun, and I recommended this even though I didn't have it at the time, just because I'd kept up with videos of the production and then the release and then reviews after from YouTubers like Airsoft Cam Man and Storm. All those big time airsoft YouTubers, and I really liked its performance. I really liked what it was capable of doing, so I was pretty comfortable recommending it. And then I saw how they were using it at the field, really liked it, so I was like, I have to get this myself. As for what I have on it, I've added, because normally this top part here doesn't have a rail, so I've added a rail for cameras. It has like one tiny little rail here at the end. It's good for like a scope camera, but that's about it. I've done my traditional paracord, a little bit of gun tape with a hand stop here, so it has a nice grip point. Or if you're one of those people who likes to hold the mag well here, you've got it. It has these nice mid-cap stick mags. Did a rubberized grip here, and then I just threw on just a smaller red dot just to help get that first shot lined up. And then I have the plastic variant of my Viper flash hider, 3D printed myself for this one. So yeah. So that is the Novridge SSR9 in all of its glory. Honestly, really great for CQB and just in general. It's a really nice AEG. It puts out a lot of firepower. I know now they have the Novridge SSR9 DSG. I don't know if that's really necessary. It adds more rate of fire from what I understand. But overall, pretty good. I saw today they released the Novridge SSR9 metal body. I don't know if that's necessary. I really actually like the lightweightness of it. It's super light, easy to use. You have your collapsible stock here, which you just push that button and you can slide it forward, and then you can just easily hit that button again and pull it back. You also have your bolt catch right here, which has a nice rotary styled hop up. It has the numbers and everything so you can track where it is. Overall, super nice setup here. But without further ado, let's move on to the next AG. And with that comes the SSR 63A3. So this is the big boy DMR platform. Have way too much stuff on this. It is a heavy gun. But it looks freaking menacing. I've had a lot of compliments of how it looks. I haven't had a chance to record a video with this one yet. I plan to soon. I just have a lot of content to work with, and as you're going to see, a lot of new guns I haven't even had a chance to use and I plan to use coming up. So let's do a little walkthrough of what's on it. So coming from the stock here, all stock. I've done a little bit of gun tape just here to make it more comfortable for your grip. You have your selector switch, which is ambidextrous. As you move down, there is no button to release. It's this lever down here, pulls out your mag, and there you go. It does have a rather tight push to get your mags in. Next, you'll notice this lever here, you lift it up and pull it back. Now will expose your rotary hop. It does not have numbers to track, but it's still really nice. I've put on this big scope here, bubble level, extended flash hide. This is where I've rewired. In another video I showed it, but I dremeled this out, added some electrical tape, and put the battery in this case here. Did my typical paracord wrap, a little bit of gun tape. You have a bipod. You have a bipod here, and then quick attach, fast attach suppressor, all by Novridge. A quick look. And with that, we'll move on to the next and final AEG. And with that comes the SSR 15. So this is Novridge's more like limited AEG M4 style. They quit making it and kind of diverted it to the SSR 4, which more people are familiar with. I think the only difference is this has a much longer outer barrel and inner barrel, but overall it's extremely nice. Has an adjustable buttstock. You just push this lever here, slide it up, back. That's where your battery goes. Plenty of battery room. Put the rubber grip here, just normal high cap mags, red dot with a riser. Again, the paracord, angled 45-degree grip there, more tape. I did add a flashlight here, which it's pretty bright. I mean, you can see it very easily indoors, and it blacks out that, well, whites out that camera super easily. I didn't have to add any extra rails or anything. Have, again, the plastic Viper flash hider there. And yeah, angled 45-degree flashlight mount, and that's pretty much it for this one. So, all in all, there's the Novridge SSR 15. So, after this, we're gonna move over to, I believe I want to do green gas rifles next. So, let's get to that. So, moving to the green gas Novridge rifles I have the SX 303. Honestly, this thing is a huge personal favorite. Actually, at the Ballahack 10-year anniversary, I think it was, I got signed by Novridge and Joseph, right there. But let's break it down, because I've done a lot to this since its base model. So I started out with, of course, the base Novridge SX 303, which is your main chunk right here. And then I've thrown on this kind of skeletonized, cryptic looking buttstock. Nice and easy to adjust here. Then moving up, you can't probably see it in the camera, but I have sand grips here from Tritos Design. And then I have the beta version. I don't know if he's released the full version yet, but the beta version of the angled mag right here. Often this gun gets referred to as the, I forget what it's called because I've never played the game, but it's the kind of DMR platform from Apex. I'll probably throw an image up there in case you're unfamiliar with it too, but I've been told it looks like it a lot, so yeah, we're just going to call it that. I have the 1 to 4 time variable scope. Honestly, it's gone up in price since I first got it. When I first got it, I believe it was under $100. Now it's like $120, I want to say. But I really like it. It's actually my favorite scope. It has an amazing eye relief, super fast adjust. You just flip this all the way over and you can go 1 to 4 times super easily. Thrown on a bubble level. I highly recommend these little flash hiders he makes. You can see, you might be able to see, there's a little dent in mine because it took a BB hit, which is exactly what it's there to do. And honestly, I would never not use this thing. Super cheap, they're like $8 I think. And then I've thrown on the Novridge rifle suppressor with the foam and all that, and then just the hand stop. But you can get a nice grip here, or you know, if you like that, or even a split grip, whatever's your fancy. But I've done some internal work with it. I've changed the bucking to a flamingo pink bucking, and then I've done a bunch of work with the hop-up unit, the arm and all that. I can put all that up there. I'll probably like cycle through all the different upgrades I've done internally to this. I actually would recommend it, especially if you're gonna use it as a primary. I love this thing. I used it for a really long time. It is beyond quiet. It's amazing. And honestly, like, even though the mags are like just pistol mags and they're not very many rounds, you'd be surprised. Like this rifle, like, your shots count. Every single one of them counts. They're really, really accurate, and like I said, super quiet and super long range. So yeah, let's move on, and you're gonna be not surprised by the next one, but let's move on. And with the next one comes a very similar looking rifle, which is an SSX-23 in the Tritos design DMR kit. I actually got this whole design besides the buttstock from House Gamers. He did a video where he did kind of like, he got sent a whole bunch of stuff from Tritos. This pretty much this whole kit, and this is what he made, and I loved it. I'll put his video there because honestly I wouldn't have made this without him, and I've loved it ever since. It did run a little hot for a while. I took this to the 10-year anniversary of Valhack and it was super, super hot. I just had to change what gas I was using and heavier BBs to kind of mitigate that, but let's break it down. So I have the Cryptic Skeleton stock back here. Again, it functions the same way. I had to add a QD attachment for my slings back here, and then you have a lot going on here because you have your core mount, which is right there. You have your stock mount that allows this buffer tube to go onto the pistol. Sand grips, which I don't know if the camera will pick up. Angled foregrip that holds retention on this spare mag. You have this long Picatinny rail that holds my scope here, which this scope is a much nicer scope from e-bike. It was pretty expensive though. I think it's out of stock now. Bubble level just to level those sights in, and a little rail here that I had a mini red dot on, but I've since moved it. You have your attachment here to keep the rail and this angled grip attached. Then he sells like an outer barrel with, I had to add this Picatinny rail top and bottom. It doesn't have that, so I just added that. Some paracord, and then the modular Noverage suppressor. I believe the only difference from the House Gamers one is I believe he bought a shorter inner barrel and sunk the suppressor a little bit in, which you can do with this setup. But yeah, absolutely love this. I've been meaning to take it out again, but I just have so many projects to work on right now that I'm probably not going to use it, maybe even until next year. Again, I did a lot of the internal changes with this one. Flamingo pink bucking, and then a bunch of the Hadron, like H-arm I think it is, for the hop up and bucking, and then it has like a 3-point way to adjust the hop up with 3 different screws. I only use the one though, the other 2 kind of focus on your left and right, but this is already shooting pretty straight. But hey, if it ever starts shooting left or right, I can adjust those because I know some people have that issue. But let's move to the next one. And with that comes another Noverage SSX 303. This one is, again, another Tritos design kit. This is kind of the more like SMG smaller kit because you can fold this stock down and mount it on a belt setup pretty easily, and then you can pull that out, flip it, and you're good to go. I've done a little bit of gun tape here, again angled foregrip, which has the extra mag retention. Threw on the core mount, the upper rail system here, a riser with a red dot, your stabilizers, again the Noverage modular suppressor. And I actually haven't done any internal upgrades to this one. I may in the future, but as of now, just leaving it stock. It has the hole in the rail here to adjust your hop up there. But yeah, honestly, if you can't tell, the Noverage SSX 303, SSX 23, whichever one you want, I know a ton about it. If you have questions, ask in the comments. I'd be super happy to answer both of them. I've been extremely impressed with. Amazing quiet guns, all green gas, and function really, really well despite, you know, just having a few rounds. They're really, really fun to use, even as a primary on the field. But let's move to the next one on that note. And with the next one comes something I haven't had a chance to use yet. This is the Noverage SSQ-22. Haven't used it yet. I haven't had a chance to, but I absolutely love the way it looks. It's absolutely fantastic. I wish the stock would have been folding built in. It's not. It's actually tension. There's this little crack right here, and as you apply pressure with these 2 screws here, it tightens it and it just stays firm back here. I've thrown on the rubber grip, you can see here. Again, it kind of like the SSR 63 has this button down here. You press that, you can pull this banana gas mag out. It has your hop up right here. You can turn that. You can also pull this back because this is gas blowback, so it's going to do that anyways as you shoot each shot. Again, I threw on the Novridge 1 to 4 times variable with a bubble level, and of course the kill flash protector there, and a little bit of gun tape. But honestly, out of all of the ones I'm going to show you rifle wise, I've kept this as low and simple as possible. Pretty much just the scope, like that's all I added. I just wanted something, you know, to sight in that first shot maybe and move it on from there. But super excited to test this out. The reason I haven't tested a lot of these gas guns that I'm getting to is it's been cold. I live in West Virginia and it's been the winter and fall months, so it's right now just starting to get pretty warm. So as April, the end of April and May come by, we'll probably be doing a lot of that hot GBBR stuff and deal with a lot of the gas guns that I want to do reviews on and gameplay with, just to change up the channel, because I know you all are probably getting a little bit bored with just the MTW stuff. But honestly, MTW is the way to go if you can afford it. Best HP rifle probably out there, I'd say. But yeah, let's move to the next green gas gun. And with that comes the SSP-18 that I've thrown in the Novridge carbine kit. I had some issues when originally making this, just because there was too much screw glue on the rear iron sight, but since then I've had it fixed and the new screw has arrived. I know in the video I made, which I'll just throw up there, I had to use another screw actually from one of the SX23 carbine kits, but now we've got it working and it looks pretty great. I haven't had a chance again to use this yet, but I plan to soon. Let's break it down a little bit. So you have the Novridge carbine kit for the SSP-18 here. It comes with folding stock. That's right there. And then you can unfold it. I've thrown on a little bit of gun tape just to close that gap here with the angled foregrip, which is super comfy, has plenty of space in the handle here to work with. I actually really like the way this angled foregrip looks. Speaking of which, with the Tritos design stuff, I love the functionality of his, but they're also very, very basic and super clean and just straight 45 degree. I love like just the way this looks with the screws and the like rivets here. It looks really nice, and also the rail attachments here. Just a personal preference there, but I thought I'd note it because I thought it was a cool design. It has the modular rectangular suppressor there at its smallest point. I've thrown on a little mini red dot. You can rack it using that, and then your slide catch is right there. You have your fun switch there, and then I do want to note this because I said something about it in the video that I threw up there about this particular carbine kit. I was like, well, how do you mount it to the universal open holster? And I'm dumb. I went to the website, and I'll probably throw it right there in bright red, I believe it is. It says that this little knob here slides into it. So they already thought about that. It's built into the carbine kit because it's designed for that open holster, as Joseph and all of them were posting on their Instagram all the time of them with this on their side in the open holster kit. That's how they did it. It's right there. So if anyone commented that in the last video, you caught me. I missed it. I didn't read it, didn't see it. So yeah, overall super excited to use this. I am a huge fan of this whole like carbine kits with the angled foregrips that you can keep, you know, a spare mag in. I think it looks cool, and I love the functionality of it. You don't have to have a pouch on your kit, and it gives you somewhere to like hold on and get that kind of angled tactical grip on the pistol. So let's move on to actually some more pistols with that note. And with that comes the SSP-1. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever really used this in a game. I've had it since probably the earliest days of my airsoft career. I had it, like, I've always had it on the sideline, and I've just never used it. You have your mag release right here, slides in. It's honestly, when I have used it for like maybe dueling is pretty much all I've done, like in between games at Azure, and we like to do like kind of 1v1 duels, pistol duels and stuff. I have used it for that. It's really, really accurate. Plenty of room for your finger in here. Slide is nice. It's got the purple little features in there going on. You got your slide release right there. I believe that's your safety because you can't move it there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I know they've released like a newer SSP one, but yeah, honestly, it's really nice. Here, let's just drop that safety real quick. But yeah, overall, amazing little pistol. If you're looking for a good sidearm, I have a few guys at the field here that use it, and they all really like it. If you're looking for something loud and fast, the SX23 is a little slower, and I will say the SSP18, I've read online a lot of complaints about it, and I have noticed it does sometimes have feeding issues, or the mag catches, or the mag doesn't feed every once in a while. But this thing, definitely a lot better. So let's move on to our last green gas pistol. And with that comes the SSP5. I actually got this in a trade deal from one of my local players. He didn't really want it anymore. But let's break it down. So we'll drop the mag out here with your mag release and set it to the side. The coolest thing about this, in my opinion, is the split slide here. Again, it has your purple features on the inside. It's supposed to reduce, like, you know, gas consumption and use as it's moving less metal. They actually sell like a plastic version of it, so it uses even less. It's faster, snappier, all that. I will say something I didn't like about this is the pistol trigger guard here is really small. So if you have thick gloves, it's really hard to get your finger in there. I would say the SP1 probably has the same issue, but again, as I said previously, I haven't really used it that much in games. This one actually I have used a few times. Really liked it. You have your slide release here and safety here, and yeah, there you go. So with that, this is pretty much the last pistol. So we're just gonna move over to the HPA guns that you all probably know very well because they're the most used guns I use here at the field. So let's get to that. So first we have the Gen 2 MTW. I've done some internal upgrades. First we will see the max hop, which has, you know, your rotary hop up with numbers. It's like CNC aluminum, I believe. It's super nice. Has the BB retention so they don't just fall out, I believe. I changed also the bucking to a Super Macron, I believe it is, and I changed the inner barrel to a 6.01. I honestly don't remember the name of the barrel, but I changed a lot of the internals of this. Sometimes I regret that, sometimes I don't. Some days it seems way more accurate than other days. Seems like I caused a lot more problems than it was worth, and if you go to the MTW owners group on Facebook or anywhere, there's like a million arguments about G&G Green, Silent Industries, Super Macron, Max Hops, all that. So honestly, I think it is what you make of it, and it's going to be different for everyone. But let's break it down. So I have the original Wraith Aero stock. It's actually out of stock, and I believe it's discontinued. They don't make it anymore, but it's basically just this little casing, clamps down here on top of your air tank, and then it has this metal support bar that pushes in here. You have to push this button down here, but it's pretty tough to get in and out, so I'm not going to really show that. You have your selector switch over here, rubber grip, your batteries in the bottom here. I've made this contraption here where you just pull this tape back and there's a hole in there, and you just put in a little battery. Using the Novridge red dot, it works well enough, and it has the protector kill flashes I was talking about, which I really like. Thrown on a bubble level, 45-degree grip from Novridge. I've always liked it. Get a lot of compliments on the field about it. It's super comfortable and it's relatively affordable and cheap. This is the aluminum flash hider, Viper flash hider, the original first and foremost one before we got to the Bifrost one, which I'll be showing in a little bit. And then of course your paracord wrap that I just do for looks. It makes my stuff look different. It's me, and then add some texture if I was to grip higher up on it. And then I did this little decal here, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. And with that, let's move to probably the MTW that you all know the most from my channel, because it's what I've been using in all my past most recent videos. And yeah, so let's jump to that real quick. And with that comes the MTW Gen 3 Wolverine Unleashed model. So this one kind of comes as the package deal where it comes with the new Wraith X, which has more of your modernized stock look, and it's this pressure on this wheel pushes up onto the tank and holds into place, so you can release that and you can twist it or slide it off, and there's just your tank right under it. Next, I've done the rubberized grip that's on a lot of my other ones. This one has the nicer featured base here. You can pop out this little stopper basically, and your battery goes in there. It's pretty hard to get out when you don't want it out, so that's nice, because the old one, as I said in another video, it just kind of falls out. I tried rubber stoppers and it did nothing, so now I use this one and it works a lot better. I've done this little decal here, your mag right here with your mag release on just that side there. Then you have your selector switch. I'm using the limited EU EOTech here from the Novridge site in the EU. Had some issues with the first one I ordered, where basically like the screw that holds the battery in just like completely took out the whole chamber and didn't thread. It like sheared the threads, and then this little bit here sheared too. But they just sent me a new one. Honestly, I know a lot of people give Novridge a lot of hate and they have a lot of problems with him, but I've always had really good personal experiences with his customer support. So that's what I'm going to tell you all, because that's my experience. I understand other people have had different experiences, but that's mine. And yeah, I would always go to his customer support for things, and I'll be probably a customer until something really bad happens and it doesn't get handled the way I'd like it to. But in my experience, with the 1 to 4 times variable scopes back there, I had an issue with one where it worked like to the 2 times, and then once you went to 3 or 4 it got blurry. Messaged their team, they didn't get back to me for like 2-3 weeks and apologized, and ended up sending me 2 of the like $120 scopes for free and let me keep the original one. This one they did ask for the old one back, probably for parts to see if they could fix it, but I mean, I didn't really want it, it didn't work, so I mean, that was fine. I have this kill flash that's really sketchy. It like uses rubber bands to like hold it on. It was like a heck of a process to get it on. It's from eBay. The angled foregrip that I've been showing off, and tape, paracord as always. Super nice. I love this grip. Highly recommend it. And then of course the new aluminum Viper flash hider that's over the Bifrost. Don't know if he'll pick up the Bifrost in that camera, but might be able to see it. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe you won't see it, but it's there. So the Bifrost is in there. I can't wait to use it. We have a night game coming up, actually. Right now it's midnight, so technically tomorrow night, Sunday night, we have a game and a bonfire. This video isn't going to be out in time, or else I'd invite anyone that's watching it, but it's going to be a really cool experience, and we definitely plan to do more things like that. I hope to get this one out before our op event, Operation Death Adder, here at Ashburn Airsoft. It's going to be a 2-day event. We did one last year called Operation Serpentine Strike, and literally all of our events are free, so I'm not going to be like, oh, it's a free event and make it sound like it's different. They're all free. But the difference is, the way we do it is people come the first day, we do regular games. We try to do like longer games the first day. And then around 5 to 6 we do like an intermission where we do camp setup and we do cooking on a bonfire. It's super fun. It's like kind of team bonding experience. I kind of pulled the idea from my old cross country days where we would do a camping trip and do something like that. It's really fun. If you can make it to one of these, they're a really good time. It's May 25th, 26th. You can find details on our Facebook site or a bunch of other Facebook groups that I've been sharing it in. I'll probably throw it up there too, like the details for it. It is an amazing time. And then the second day, we do night games too, a little bit. And then the second day, we do kind of like faster paced games and just have fun with it. So, yeah, if you can make it, come. Last year we did like this kind of zombie game at night. It was crazy fun. People got really into it. We're making like crazy noises. Sounded like Call of Duty Zombies all night, and it's a miracle our neighbors put up with it. But, yeah, that kind of wraps it up. That is the gun collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's definitely going to be a longer one. I'm going to try to clip it a whole bunch here and there where I can. But yeah, that's my full collection. Some of these you have seen in old videos, some you probably haven't seen me use, or something you're going to see in future videos. I definitely want to do a video where I'm going to be running the SSX carbine kit from Tritos and the SSP-18 carbine kit, and I'm going to do like a dual wielding carbine kit video. Still need to do an SSR-63A3 video gameplay, SSQ-22, but again, like I said, it needs to be warmer for those to really shine. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. I'm going to try to get some night gameplay tomorrow. If it turns out good at all, I'll probably be posting it. And yeah, so as always, please subscribe. It really helps the channel. I'm totally new to a lot of these video styles, and I hope you all enjoy them. Leave a like, comment, anything. I'd love to answer questions or get into some of these if you have questions about these. If you can't tell, I'm a huge Average supporter, so I've had all this stuff. I've not had a problem with any of it besides like minor tweaks that were either super easy to fix with customer support or just myself where I was like, oh, I can fix this in like 2 seconds and it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, until next time, stay awesome, and who knows, maybe I'll see you here at Operation Death Adder at Azure Airsoft Field in Fort Ashby, West Virginia. Until next time, I'll see you on the field.